is the water. And first responders are trying to get those closures up so that folks don't dare drive through it and find themselves in a precarious situation, as we've seen tonight. David Yeoman standing by with the very latest on this storm.
And Britt, Daniel, just to confirm that I heard you right, we don't have any more active water rescues that we're aware of right now, right? That the Longspur and Lamar is
Correct.
resolved?
Yeah, haven't seen a new one come in, David.
Okay. Aside from the massive traffic problems at Duval and 183, it looks like that flood is resolving. That water rescue is resolving at Longspur and Lamar. So as this situation hopefully winds down, we can think, guys, in the control room about transitioning our coverage a little bit. But in the meantime, while we get ready for that, I also want to get over to Nick Bannon, because Nick is watching this storm east of I-35 very closely for a potential tornado that could be forming.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and walk to the big wall here, because this storm in Bastrop County, southeast of the city of Bastrop, is showing signs of rotation, so much so that the National Weather Service reissued the severe thunderstorm warning for this storm and indicated a tornado is possible. And we're actually starting to see a signature hook on this storm that would indicate that rotation is tightening up. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's a tornado on the ground, but there's also enough rotation in this area, and it depends on which radar we sort of get the view from as to how clean that rotation looks. I think if we jog it a little bit the other way, we select a different radar and it looks a little cleaner than this. But you can see right along FM 535 is where the potential rotation is, where the greens are right next to the reds. That's a little bit of a cleaner view right there. You can see south of Upton and right along there, just east of 304, west of 95. This area here has potential rotation. So far, the National Weather Service has not issued a tornado warning on it yet. They may be waiting for this storm to tighten up.
Tornado warning coming for Bastrop and Fayette counties.
Okay, so we're already on this, which is good. What are they indicating as far as position? We're generally in the right area.
Talk about a first warning, Nick. Great job picking that up. Thank you.
Yeah.
The warning is not yet out, but the tornado warning will be issued for Bastrop and Fayette counties as this storm progresses toward the east. So we are going to stay on this.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Tornado warning for Bastrop and then eventually Fayette counties. You see this line right here? That's the boundary between Bastrop and Fayette counties, and now you're just seeing it come in. The brand new red flashing box is a tornado warning for Bastrop and Fayette counties until 9:45, and this signature makes us think that there is a pretty good potential that we've got a tornado very possible in that area. And if, David, you pop back up the regular reflectivity, there's possibly still that famous hook signature there, and it's really tightening up a little bit.
Yeah, that
more.
looks very suspect to me.
I've got the official warning information for you.
Okay.
It's not only until 9:45. At 9:17, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Rosanke or near Smithville, moving eastward at 25 miles an hour. The source is radar indicated tornado and golf ball size hail also possible.
Okay, so David, could you put on the hail tracker too? Because we got to cover all bases here. We're starting, if you're just joining us, to see lowering concern about the flash flooding in northwest Austin as the rain has tapered off there. So now our focus is on the tornado warning for portions of Bastrop and Fayette counties, as well as the concern for large hail in that area. David, what's our estimate on this hail?
92.3 KNRG and LaGrange wanted to move closer to this area at one time.
The center of Smithville, just southeast of Upton.
I don't think it ever happened.
We could do a little query on that.
Oh well.
Ping pong
this is more important right now.
Hail possible here, and it's around the same rough area where you could also be dealing with a tornado on the ground as well. Let's get our tornado precautions up. We haven't showed those yet. Those of you that are in this red box need to be in a tornado safe place right now. That's the lowest level of your home. Interior room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as you possibly can. Cover yourself with pillows and blankets, bicycle helmets. Get the kids, get the pets all in the same place, away from the windows if you're in those red boxes. That's Bastrop and Fayette counties we're talking about. If you're in a mobile home, leave it. Get out to a sturdier structure. We're still watching lighter rain in northwest Austin, where we had the flash flooding earlier.
We don't know if this is going to get to Austin either.
Lingering rain, but it's not nearly as ongoing of a situation as it once was. The story is now this. It's the severe weather in our eastern counties, and it's this tornado southwest of Smithville, north of Kovar, near Togo. Is that how you'd say it there, David?
Yeah, and this is about as good of a hook as you get in our area, Nick. This is really concerning. So I really want to emphasize what you've been saying, which is that folks in this tornado warning absolutely need to take this seriously. This is a much stronger indication of a tornado than what we had earlier today up in Milam County for folks near Gauze. Smithville, you are in the tornado warning. You need to take your precautions. Kovar, all the towns we already mentioned, you guys had your phones go off, that big emergency alert sound. That means you need to get to your tornado safe place right now. We're seeing a tremendous amount of lightning with this storm as it moves eastward. That can be a sign that it's intensifying further because of all the vertical motion in this storm. Vertical motion also serves to tighten up a tornadic circulation. It's like a figure skater spinning with his or her arms out. When you pull them in, when you tighten up that circulation with vertical motion, you start spinning faster. And that's what we're seeing right here. So this thing, if it is on the ground, which I'll bet there is at least a funnel cloud and possibly a tornado on the ground, it is moving on the following trajectory eastward at about 25 miles an hour, I believe it was. Kirtley, Plum, you guys are all in the danger zone. This is right now in eastern Bastrop County, right on top of you guys. So this storm, as it progresses eastward, eventually it's going to intersect Highway 71 just south of Smithville. Smithville, we do need you guys.
Clear view is clear.
Oftentimes with a classic supercell like this, you can get the nastiest hail right there in the Smithville area from all the outflow in the storm. So you guys need to be inside, away from windows, preferably in that centermost room on the lowest floor of your house, as Nick was advising you. If this storm continues its eastward progress, look what's next. Fayette County, possibly LaGrange. LaGrange, you guys are not included in the official tornado warning yet, but that could change as this storm is moving at a pretty good clip compared to the storms earlier. The previous storm in Milam County was only 10 miles an hour. This is moving along at 25 miles per hour.
Yeah, sorry I didn't talk about the Rockdale-Milam
sneak up on you quick.
County
the time
tornado
to take your
warning.
Tornado precautions is right now in that tornado warned storm.
That's CODA, not 99.1 KODA in Houston, but this is East Austin.
To that Bastrop County storm. We're looking eastward, and you can see some lightning there in the distance, on and off. If we look on the Austonian and pan it that way, we can work on that as well. Sometimes that gives us a great view of some lightning in the distance.
Right.
The tornado warning, just to reiterate, is not for Austin, and it's not coming toward Austin.
Right, it's going away.
Some more severe weather and certainly some more flood concerns in Austin, but that is not our main concern right now. It's the tornado warning to our east out near Smithville.